to gather all the useful information today. So before beginning the program, I request Rafi from 3rd year B Farm to start with the prayer.
Good afternoon, everyone. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا عبادي الذين آمنوا إن أرضي واسعة فإياي فاعبدوه. كل نفس ذائقة الموت. كل نفس ذائقة الموت ثم إلينا ترجعون. والذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنبوئنهم من الجنة غرفا تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها نعم أجر العاملين. الذين صبروا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. I seek refuge of Allah from Shaitan, the rejected one. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Please to us that you will return. And those who believed and did good deeds, indeed we will surely place them on high position in paradise, beneath which river flow, abiding in it forever. What an excellent reward of the performers. Those who patiently endured and who rely only upon their Lord. Thank you.
To begin this program, I would like to call upon Ms. Pallavi, 4th year B Farm, to welcome the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. A very warm welcome to you all present here for the session on Learn Startup and Minimum Viable Product or Business. A special welcome to our today's speaker, Mr. Muhammad Anis, founder of Solocraft. I request Mubin sir to welcome Mr. Muhammad Munis with a sapling. And I welcome Mr. Shamil, Marketing Officer, Solocraft. I welcome Dr. Muhammad Mubin, Vice Principal and HOD of Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry. And also I welcome our respected professors and dear friends. Hope you all utilize this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Pallavi. Now I'd like to invite Ms. Nandita Bhatt, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, to give a brief introduction about our chief guest.
A very good afternoon to everyone gathered here. I would like to take the privilege of introducing Mr. Mohammed Anis, the chief guest of today's program. Mr. Mohammed Anis is the founder and CEO of Solucraft, Mangalore, and at present is pursuing his Bachelor of Pharmacy degree from Yanapoya Pharmacy College and Research Center. He was previously working as the Chief Marketing Officer in Arthanaya Solutions LLP, Mysore. He has also completed his diploma in computer applications from school Kerala, as well as diploma in agricultural extension services for input dealers, managed Hyderabad. He has not only pursued his diplomas, but also has made himself familiar with financial markets and corporate and commercial laws through courses from universities of Yale and Illinois. He is also indulged in extracurricular activities related to entrepreneurship and innovation and is a proud winner of the Dream Deal grant of rupees 1 lakh from Mr. Anupam Mittal, founder of Shadi.com. He has also been awarded with the Best Farmers Award by the Agricultural Department and Best Student Teacher Award from Yanapoya Pharmacy College and Research Center. Mr. Anis has also participated in the grand finale of Toycathon 2022 under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. These achievements at such young age is very inspiring to all of us, and we, the family of PA College of Pharmacy, are immensely keen to hear your journey and thoughts today. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I would like to request our speaker, Mr. Mohammed Anis, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon. So myself, Mohammed Anis, and I'm doing my Bachelor of Pharmacy. Currently I'm in my 8th semester of B Pharmacy, and I think you guys sat here not for attendance, right? Okay, I'll directly go to the topic. What is startup? Just anyone here can say what is a startup? Just anyone who can say? Okay, I'll only say startup is either a private registered company or a limited liability partnership company where you disrupt something. For example, we had taxis from early times, right? So now what you say? Yeah, exactly. You say Uber or Ola. So that is disruption and nothing too much complicated. I'll make it simple. Just you were going in a taxi 10 years ago. Now you are using an Ola or Uber. So everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, right? So I'll make it simple. So who all are working correctly in any project, just a simple project? Everyone. So you started with an idea, right? So where are your current status of that project? Did you have a prototype now? It's still in idea stage, right? Yeah. So I'll introduce to design thinking, where if you have an idea, from idea stage, how you can take it to MVP level. So I'll be giving you 2 papers for everyone. I don't want to make it a team because if I make a team, only one will work. So I have printed maybe 100 copies of each papers. I'll give to everyone. everyone collect those two copies, one with the design thinking planning template and another one is about pitch deck and creating business model canvas. I wanted to make it a complete PPD, but I think you guys will sleep at the end, so I want to make an activity that you will engage. Even the activity will be beneficial to all of you. So first you take out the page of design thinking planning template. Everyone has a pen, right? Yeah. I heard a no, but still you can get a pen, be ready with a pen. So you said you have an idea, right? So write what is your idea or what problem statement you have in your mind. For example, doctors are facing this problem, nurses are facing this problem, or a pharmacist is facing this problem. You better don't copy the problem statement itself. What problem you are facing in your daily life, just write it down. The thing is, from idea, you are validating your problem statement, then you are ideating a solution, then validating that solution and making a prototype, and you are going into MVP level. That is the thing, what you will learn in this session. If you have any doubt, I'll say an example. I'll say my story from this thing, how I started. So the problem statement said to me was to create a dispenser to deliver drug in skin diseases. Like they had problem while delivering the drug specifically to the site. So they said problem statement is drug delivery challenge which is happening in skin diseases. So if you have any problem statement in your mind, just write it at the top of the design thinking template. Don't write your personal problems, okay, until and unless you can make a product out of that problem, only those problems. For example, creating an affordable ventilator. The doctor asked you to create an affordable ventilator. So that is a problem statement. Or else making a device which is used to detect glucose. The patients, they are facing problem in the traditional method. They're pricking and again they'll take blood sample and they test sugar. So instead of that, you want to make a device, maybe a user-friendly device where you can simply, using sensors, it will detect glucose. The device is in the market, but still you can write that problem statement. So everyone wrote a problem statement, right? Okay, I'll say my story. When they introduced me to that problem statement of drug delivery device, what should I do first? Anyone, can you say? I should go to home, right? So what happened with me is I was not doing any shit. Even a simple thing what to do after getting a problem statement, I was not knowing. So I was introduced to this design thinking concept where first step is empathize. For example, my problem statement is to create an affordable drug delivery dispenser. So empathize is you go to people and ask them whether this is a problem, whether this is a valid problem. As a drug delivery dispenser product I'm working on, whom should I approach? Whom should I approach? People is correct, but patients, exactly. and doctors, nurses, maybe a pharmacist. You didn't say pharmacist. Yeah. So I went to doctors and I asked them whether this problem statement is valid. You understood, right? So simply, if you get a problem statement and you will invest so much money building it, at last, if the product is not market fit, it will be waste of time, and also it is like a waste of investment what you're putting. Even if it is 5,000 or 10,000, still it is not valid. So you go to stakeholders. Stakeholders is not people who own stakes of a company, but who are part of your problem statement. For example, mine is a drug delivery dispenser. I went to doctor, I asked them, and they got me a feedback. Said, this is the problem statement. These people are facing this, and why they are facing is, and what are the existing solutions. Okay, so existing solutions, what was there in my problem statement was there were other methods like cryotherapy, electrocautery, other method which is substituted for delivering drug using a syringe. So they are costly. So doctor said to make a device where you will deliver the fixed dose of a drug to the site. And also note, you should meet at least 10 to 20 doctors. What happened with me, I asked with only one doctor, and I started building the product, and I had only one customer. And that wasn't really a big problem, because at first he said only to focus on skin diseases, and only that doctor was facing that problem. So that was a mistake. You should rectify. You should speak with many people in the beginning itself. So once you empathize, you define the problem statement. You go to people, you ask them everything about the problem statement. You do a research by yourself also, whether this problem statement is valid, and write down what is a real problem. For example, they said in my case, the doctor himself told me that you should build a drug delivery dispenser, affordable one. What happened in my case, the doctor said the problem statement, and he also said the solution. And I got trapped. Instead of working on the problem statement, I worked to create an affordable drug delivery dispenser, which he said. Now the focus is only on the problem. You don't think about the solution itself, just about the problem. You write, based on your idea, you write something. If you are meeting some people who are related to your problem statement, what will they say? What you expect they will say, just write down in the empathize column. You're getting it right. I'm making it a bit simple. Just say yes if you are getting. So now you have defined the problem statement, right? Okay, now what is the problem you have identified? So in my case, the problem was not about the drug delivery dispenser, because there were many pens in the market, drug delivery pens especially, which is costing 1,000 to 1,500 rupees. So the problem is not having a drug delivery dispenser, but the cost is very high. So then I diverted my approach to reducing the cost of that pen. So you empathized, you defined the problem statement. Now what you are doing? Now you are ideating. So if you are working alone for that project, you can simply sit in a room and think about different solutions. For example, write 5 solutions. If you are a team, for example, if you are 3 people in a team, let one person think about 3 ideas and 3 into 3 writing solutions. And you can't write it so much fast, because I have done this for this design thinking for 4 months, and I can say you can write it, like you can't write it in 1 hour, but still you have the papers, right? You can take it home and you can work on that. Yeah. So did you write solutions? So what I wrote was a patch. to solve that problem of challenge in drug delivery, maybe patch is a solution. Maybe making a syringe, in syringe only, if you innovate, another solution I have written. Then I have written something, a comb-like thing, which if you simply, a pod-like thing, if you simply place in the skin, the drug will go inside. But simply ideating something. Even you shouldn't, with your technical knowledge which you are having, you shouldn't even think whether it is possible. Think about some shit and write it down. And once you have 9 ideas or 9 solutions, if you are alone in the team, just you can choose the best one. Or if you have 3 to 4 people in the team, vote it. Or else you will have no teammates. Choose the best one, vote the best one. So based on that, which solution got more vote, based on that, you select a solution. So you have a solution now. Now what you will do? I can smell entrepreneurs in the back bench. So you have a validated solution now. What you will do? For example, if it is a software-based solution, what you will do? After knowing that this is your solution. For example, if it is a physical product, what you will do after knowing this is the solution? You go to stakeholders, you take feedback. So in my case, what happened, I had 3 teammates. One is mechanical engineer, and one is from biotech. And I was knowing nothing. So with all the knowledge which they had, I leveraged my time into this project. And after completing the cohort, without having prototype, they left. And what I have? Just only with some pharmacy expertise, I can't do 3D modeling and printing that product. So after fixing this is your solution, you have to approach your friend, that friend whom you were jealous when your school days. Maybe he's doing mechanical engineering and you're doing pharmacy. Just approach him and say, sir, not sir, you can call him bro. Bro, this is my project. I needed a model. So can you help me? So I approached a friend and he said yes. I was not expecting that he will do so much good model that it is so good. So he made a model and he gave me. You're not charging anything, okay? In this level, you should never think, when you have an idea, you should never think like, I should register my company and apply for GST and all. I made the same mistake. I was saying with my mentor, when I was having my idea, sir, I want to register and make a website. If you do that at that time, maybe you'll spend maybe 30 or 40K on that itself, and you'll not come to your product. You can't make your product market fit. So only go to registration of your company, any other things, only when the product is market fit and you think you can sell that. So where are we? So we have a 3D design now, which my friend made. So whom you contact if your product is a physical product to make a 3D design? Or you think it's a website or app-based software. There are lots of, rapid prototyping tools. For example, I will say Figma or Thungable. You don't need to have the coding knowledge just to make that possible. You watch YouTube video, for example. I'm making it very simple, okay? I'm not using any standard terms and all. Just go to YouTube and just search how to make a prototype of a website or an application, and you will have a 30-minute or 1-hour video, and you go for it and make a POC. So if it's a physical product, you have a 3D design, and that is your POC, proof of concept. So in case of a website or app-based solution, you go to any of the rapid prototyping tools, that is Figma or Thungable, and you do some drag and drop method and make a prototype, and that is your POC. So you have a POC now. So what you will do? From POC itself, you can start to apply for grants. just look at the second page which I have given. Can you give the second page? I think I lost the copy. Yeah. So, anyone heard about pitch deck? Pitch deck you heard, right? You know how to create a pitch deck? From POC itself, from proof of concept itself, just with a 3D model or a website-based simulation prototype, you can apply for POC grants. That is what I did. I was not having any physical product, and there was an event called as Dream Deal, which is organized by Anupam Mittal. So I applied to that with this, all the proofs, that is from problem statement validation, defining the problem statement, and ideating, and validating the ideation, and this thing, prototyping. That is POC, proof of concept. So all the documents, you keep it in your drive somewhere safer, where then you make a pitch deck. I'll go to prototype and then to MVP. Now I am saying how with the POC concept you can apply for a grant. For a grant, there are different applications that is based on the funding agency or granting agency. But minimum what you need is a POC and a pitch deck and a business model canvas. You know, what is pitch deck? What will be there in a pitch deck, you know? Any idea? Yeah, obviously the problem statement will be there in a slide. And second slide, you write who are facing that, a bit from problem statement. And third slide, you write about the market and opportunity. And maybe fourth slide, you write about the solution. Then you make a slide of business model canvas. So just look at the business model canvas. In the picture, I have made, it is from Ola. Ola, how they are working. The business model of Ola is there in that. Just read that and you will understand. There are key partners, key activities, key resources, customer relationship, customer segments, channels, cost structure, revenue stream. This is how Ola works. They don't have a single taxi, but still they work. There was companies who were owning maybe 2,000 to 3,000 taxis until Ola came. Then Ola disrupted. So key partners, who are key partners? I'll not explain everything. Just the key partners I'll explain in BMC. Key partners are who are involved in your business for the process to happen. For example, in case of Ola, key partners are driver partners, operational partners, and extended partners. Just read that, you'll understand how they are directly and indirectly connected to Ola. Now make a same business model canvas for your project. And once you start a project, you don't say you are working on a project. You think you're doing a business. You are involved in a business, but it is not profit generating. It is still not generating any money. But you are investing or burning money, what you have. Till this phase, you can make, with no money in your hand, till POC, even a single money you don't have to invest. That is what I did. I also got support from organizations such as Inunity and TIE Bangalore and many other who helped me to learn all this, because I also worked with previously before drug delivery dispenser projects such as making toys for dementia patients, also making a software for by all the hospitals, and 2 other projects. Till prototype, it was very successful, but when it came to implementation, it was utter failure. Then I was introduced to this design thinking concept where you can use it even if you have a simple idea and you follow this process rather than simply using your own knowledge without any analysis. Okay, now in the pitch deck, go to pitch deck and you have a business model canvas. Make a business model canvas like Ola. For example, key partners in my drug delivery dispenser, who will be? Since my business will be B2B, the key partners will be manufacturers, pharma companies. I'll be selling my product to pharma companies. Then they are filling the drug in the container and they are selling in their label. What I'm getting is just I am a part of manufacturing inside the industry. Just I am making it and giving to the pharma industry. So once you have the BMC, you can, next slide, you can mention timeline. Traction and validation in POC you will not have, but timeline. When you started, just using a chart, make this month you did this and next month you did this, and for next 3 months or 6 months what you are doing. Mention it in the chart. And also, then if you have a sales and marketing strategy, that is optional, no need. Then if you have a team, even if you are not having a team, make a team of 2 or 3 people whom you can trust, who at least help you to make a 3D design and make a team. And if possible, if you have mentors, also include their name. And financials will not come. Competitors. For example, in my case, competitors were drug delivery pens manufactured by Biocon and imported, many products were there from foreign companies. So they are my competitors. So I made a table in that, who were my competitors, what was their price, and you make at the end, what is your unique sell proposition. For example, if the other companies offer their product for 1,000, you offer it for 200 or 300. That is where you can show, or it will make sense to the person who is reading, why I should give a grant to this person, what is their unique selling proposition of that product. Then at last, you should make a slide of how much money you need and also how you will use that fund. For example, I said I need 2 lakh rupees for prototyping, testing, everything. So he gave me a grant of 1 lakh. So always if you need some money like 50,000, mention 1.5 lakh or 1 lakh. And that is completed, pitch deck. So you have a POC, proof of concept, and from that you are applying for a grant. You know what is pitch deck now, and also you know what is a business model canvas now. Now you are taking that POC to a prototype. POC is just maybe few sketches of the solution what you have ideated, or a website, few rough sketches you have made in the rough book. So you convert into a model. After this, you need some help from who are related to that field. For example, you contact a 3D designing or printing agency. You'll be having an incubator in PA. We had one in Enepoya. If you think it is going to work, then go to that incubator and discuss it with them. And if they are ready, give it to them. And if they are delaying, go somewhere else. There are lots of 3D printing centers in Mangalore as well as Bangalore. And once you give that, all the time when you get an output from them, for example, a 3D design or a printed version, you go to stakeholders and take feedback. Whether this is the product you need, ask 10 people, 20 people, because what you're doing in all the process, you're creating a trust between, for example, if it's a medical device, you're creating a trust between a doctor and yourself. When the product comes to market, at least he will buy it. So now you have a prototype. So from prototype, maybe prototype will not completely work perfectly. So now you should make a MVP. So you will be, if you get a grant at POC level, then everything will go in a smoother way. If you do not get a grant, it will be a bit difficult, but you can do. It is how you negotiate with people, all these people, and how you approach them, how you follow up. That's how it works. So minimum viable product is a place, is a product where, in the prototype, maybe our mechanism will not be working. But in an MVP, it should be with minimum functions, and also it should be of that level of the product the most companies make, which your competitors make, with lots of funds they make, and you are trying to make it with a lot cheaper way and in a minimum whatever utilize resources which you have. So you have an MVP now. So I was only told to explain you till MVP. So after having an MVP, then you have to test it. Who does this testing of medical devices? You approach them, they'll do the testing. So once the testing is done, they'll get you a report. With that report, you apply to CDSEO for getting a license to sell your product in the market. It is not as easy as I said after MVP. It is a bit difficult. But what will help you to make that MVP or help to reach that MVP to market is just your hard work and patience. Because if you are a pharmacist, just choose a problem statement from pharmacy background or healthcare background. For example, if you are working in a pharmacy after graduation, you will be in a pharmacy and you can visit doctors and you can follow up on that. And if you simply work on a solution, maybe in a other sector, for example, agriculture or any other sector, it will be a bit difficult. So what I have to tell, if I can do so much, why you can't? And they said to inspire. I don't know how to inspire you guys. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Any questions you have? I made it very simple, okay. If you go to YouTube and search about design thinking, you'll get maybe 1 hour or 2 hour lecture. And also, if you, the design thinking, what I told you now, in 1 hour, I worked for 5 months just to get a POC. Then 1 year just to make it till MVP. So it is not like you hear this session and you have an idea. But even though I am just an average student, if I can make it till MVP with my patience, why you can't do? Just hold on to your idea, follow the process. Before this drug delivery dispenser, I was working in different projects. Till prototype, it was okay. But after prototype, nothing was working because I was not following any process. So follow this process, and there is lot of other process which you can follow while developing your product. So apply for grant. There are lots of grants from POC level as well as, like, if you have a prototype, you can apply. If you have an MVP, you can apply. Since the level of your product from POC to prototype to MVP increases, the chance of getting investment also increases. And yeah, guys, that's all from my side. And thank you for calling me. Just ask some stupid questions and make me weird, like. And I especially thank all the students just for attending. I thought you will all bunk classes. And all the faculties who kept this event, and also the management of PA organization. Thank you.
I hope you are all inspired and motivated by this young man, isn't it? Mr. Anis, he's shown, isn't that how you can do the achievements, isn't it? Really, it is a great achievement at this age. He started that solo craft and he introduced that device, and also still he is developing, isn't it? Affordable and standardized that drug delivery device, isn't it? It is not a small thing, isn't what he is doing at this age. So you can also do, isn't it? That motivation, that inspiration he is giving to you, isn't it? But what is required? Strong mind and determination is very, very important to achieve the goal. Okay. That inspiration he has given today, isn't it? Yes. So on behalf of PA College of Pharmacy, we are congratulating you, okay, for your achievement, and also we are praying for your future success also, okay, continued success, and we thank for accepting our invitation and delivered and took very good session. Thank you, Mr. Anis, and also his classmate, Mr. Shamil, isn't? Both are doing, working in this company that is Solo Craft, isn't?
And one thing I forgot to say, there are lots of class in Italian. For example, girls will do calligraphy. So you use that as a resource. For example, my first sketch of my ideation, which I had in my mind, was done by a girl who was doing calligraphy. She did it so much in a perfect way that inspired Anupam Mittal of Shadi.com. And I also said him that this girl of my class did it. And all the special talents you have in a class, you help each other to build something. That's all. Yeah.
Thank you very much. As a token of our appreciation for his valuable time and contribution, I request Vice Principal Dr. Mohammed Mubin to present the guests with a memento. Thank you very much all for your active participation and making it successful. Now I'd like to call upon Ms. Hiba of second year B Farm to propose vote of thanks.
Good evening all. I stand here now to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who had made this event possible. First and foremost, I would like to thank our honorable guest, Mr. Mohammed Anis, founder Solo Craft, for taking time out of his busy schedule to be present here and inspire us with his experience. I would also like to thank Mr. Shamil, Marketing Officer, Solo Craft, for his presence. I would like to thank our principal, Mr. Dr. Salimullah Khan, and Vice Principal Dr. Mubin for their vigorous support and encouragement throughout. I would like to thank our beloved teachers and all the students for being present here and making this event a successful one. Thank you all.